We are live. Thank you so much for joining this free class that is all about how to clean out your closet like a pro. Closet cleanses have been on my mind lately. I clean out my closet very often. I was always taught by my mom, once you bring something new in, you need to take something out. Actually, she said one thing in, two things out, but I think she's crazy. That's just a little excessive. So I'm used to regularly cleaning out my closet, but years ago, I had definitely hoarded a really large amount of clothing, and it was just starting to get out of hand. Like, all of the things in my closet weren't me. They weren't representing who I am and where I wanted to go in my life. So I just kind of had this epic meltdown of like, oh my God, all this stuff has to go and new things need to come in. So since that closet cleanse, I've been doing them very regularly. And I think they're so important. I got rid of a few things this week, if you watched my Insta stories, and I just started a closet cleanse for a client yesterday, which was beyond epic. It's going to be a 2 or 3-parter. She's got a lot of stuff, and it just really reminded me like how important this is and how important it is to do it correctly, because there's a lot of things tied to cleaning out your closet. There's emotions, there's attachment, there's being stuck in your life. So I wanted to just share with you some tips on how to more effectively clean out your closet, because my guess is your closet cleanses go a little something like this. You go in your closet, you're like, okay, I'm gonna clean everything out. You start looking at it and you're like, well, I might wear this, if I go to a wedding in the Caribbean, or my mom gave this to me and she'll be super sad if I get rid of it. So you end up getting rid of like 2 things. Or it goes the other way where you go crazy and you literally just get rid of all your stuff. Everybody's been reading that book, and I'm not gonna call it stupid because I haven't read it yet, but I think people are going a little out of control. That whole like joy of tidying up or whatever it's called, it's got people straight tripping. They're like, oh, this classic white shirt doesn't bring me joy, off it goes, and you have no clothes, and then you need to shop for an entirely new wardrobe, and you just threw out all this money in your cleanse. So we want to do this sensibly, okay? We want to do it the right way, because a clean closet and a really nice functional wardrobe is going to help you grow and succeed in life. So my first tip for you, and this is crucial, I teach this. If I'm not cleaning out your closet, like if you didn't hire me or someone else who's a professional to do it, never ever do it alone. I teach this to all of the women who do my virtual styling services. I teach it on my YouTube channel. I'm teaching it right now. Always clean out your closet with a friend, and not that BS co-signing friend. You know, that friend that will be like, girl, get that bag. Who cares if you can't pay your rent? You'll figure it out. Not her, because she's going to make you keep everything, but a nice, objective friend who can tell you the truth without totally hurting your feelings, because we can rationalize anything. It's just so easy. So once you have that person there with you who can say, honey, I've known you for years. You haven't put that shirt on. You're never going to. They are going to be a really helpful tool in this process. So, book a friend, tell them that they can take something from your cast-offs as a reward, get some like cocktails going, or get some tea, get some cookies, like make a little party of it. Because once you start getting in that good energy and that flow of cleansing, it starts to feel good and it doesn't feel like a chore anymore. So that's like the money right there. If you don't do that, you're crazy. And just listen to me and trust me. The person that always does my closet cleanses is my business partner from School of Style. One of my very first major closet cleanses, when I was in my 20s, I had all this clothes from Betsy Johnson and crazy shoes and all sorts of crap. And he's like, get rid of all of it. And he's like, if you get rid of all of it, you'll leave room for better stuff. And I never would have done that if he wasn't there to help me. So he always helps me with my closet cleanses now. And I'm pretty sure he hates doing it, but too bad. He's my person to clean out my closet until I find somebody better. Okay, So that's the first tip. The second tip is ask yourself some important questions and do some important mental work before you even set foot in your closet, okay? So like step one, you booked your friend, you're like, next Saturday, you, me, closet, cocktails, cookies, boom, that's booked. The next step is to get super honest with yourself. And this is why a lot of these just rando, I feel crazy closet cleanses fail, because you have not gotten honest with yourself. So when I work with virtual clients or in-person clients, we have this whole like pre-closet cleanse worksheet that we go through, because I want to know why your closet got into the shape that it got into, whether it's because you're a shopaholic and you just crave the validation of like pleasing people at the store and buying new things, and you know, your ego gets a boost because you're their best customer, or maybe it's because you have scarcity mentality and you can't shop for yourself, so you keep taking things from your friends, or you're like addicted to Goodwill and you're just like hoarding junk. You think that if you get rid of it, it will never be replaced. There's all sorts of trippy mindsets that go into why our wardrobes are the way that they are, or why our closets are in the crazy shape that they are. So we get through a lot of that stuff in that pre-closet cleanse time. So a little self-reflection is necessary. My dog's barking in the background. Come on, Yoji, I'm trying to teach a class here. Chill. And another question that I want you to ask yourself is, what are your goals? Like, what are your goals? Chelsea, can you shut that door? Thanks. You know, live video, what are you gonna do? So what are your goals in life? And that's something that I had to ask myself before I did my closet cleanse. Like, I am a business owner. I want to make more money in my business. I'm a grown woman. I want to do grown woman things, buy a house. I want to be taken seriously. So the wardrobe that I had in my closet was not supporting that. But if I didn't get clear on that before entering the closet, I would just be keeping things because I like it, or because they're cute, or because someone gave it to me. But when you have some honesty, you can say, does this garment support the life that I want to live? No. Like, if I walked into a business meeting, what would people think of me in this look? If they aren't going to think what I want them to think, then that's a good reason to get rid of that piece in your closet. So I want you to ask those questions and get super duper honest with yourself, okay? My next tip for a successful closet cleanse, and this is pretty new, and I'm pretty impressed with myself on this tip, to be quite honest with you. So one big hang up that a lot of people have when they're cleaning their closets is the inability to get rid of something. Chelsea, can you go see if he's like being murdered? I mean, seriously, come on, dog. Thanks. Chelsea's my fabulous assistant. She's wonderful. But people have a really hard time getting rid of things, and even though they know, they've gone through the questions, they still like can't part with it. So what I would suggest is getting a box, okay? I call it the maybe box. So once you're cleaning out your closet and you have those pieces that you're like, maybe I spent a bunch of money on it, or someone gave it to me, or I'm just not ready, put it in the maybe box and then hide the maybe box from yourself. So I did this on my last cleanse. I had a couple of like cute little crop tops and things, and I'm like, once I start like dating again and like getting back out on the scene, I'll want to put on my little like sexy crop tops, but those crop tops don't look good on me anymore, okay? They're played. I need new sexy tops. But I still like couldn't let it go because I had that feeling of like, I might need it later. So I put it in the box, I hid the box from myself, and I forgot about it. So a month or so later, I'm like cleaning out another closet, my junk closet. I find the box, and I'm like, I didn't miss any of this stuff at all. It never crossed my mind. That stupid crop top did not like enter my thoughts. So then I could get rid of it. I could consign it, donate it, whatever. So I love the idea of a maybe box for people who are tripping. Because if you're tripping, you usually end up putting it back in your closet, and that is so unproductive. So get a maybe box. And I used the maybe box on my client yesterday, and I was like, oh my God, this is perfect. It was a box from Net-a-Porter. They send their stuff in a nice black box. So I'm like, put your stuff in the maybe box. The maybe box is getting pretty darn full. So I was like, okay, once the maybe box full, we're done with maybes, and it's back to yes and no, okay? Please don't abuse the maybe box. The maybe box doesn't like that. Okay, so next tip is start creating a shopping list from your cleanse. Someone said the trippin' box. Okay, that's officially the new name. It's the trippin' box. Thank you for that comment. That's fantastic. So the next tip is to start creating a shopping list from your closet cleanse. And a lot of people don't do this at all, or they do it much later. And I want you to do it in that same period of time. So as you're getting rid of things, something's dirty, stained, doesn't fit, it's played out, write on your shopping list that it's time for a new one. All of your white button-down blouses have coffee stains on them or like gross pit stains. Get rid of them. Don't keep it because it's a wardrobe staple and you need it. Well, put a jacket over it. Please don't do that with your pit stained clothes. That is disgusting. You just throw them out. But write on your shopping list that it's time for a new white shirt. So from that cleanse, and if you haven't already downloaded my Ultimate Wardrobe Checklist, please do, because that has all of the list, all of the staples that you need in your wardrobe. So as you're cleaning out, you can say like, don't have that, need that, threw that out, need to replace it. And now you have an action plan. So the cleaning out the closet doesn't end there. There's action after to start building this wardrobe that really works for you and what you want to get done in your life, okay? And then the next and final tip is to merchandise. Oh, for goodness sakes, please do this. I suggest if you want to be like an advanced student of Lauren's styling, do it before and do it after. So many people, and this blows my mind, like it's blown, they don't organize their closet by like pieces. What? All your shirts need to go together, all of your vests, your blazers, your shorts, skirts, pants, like all like items should be together. And they should be color coordinated. I know, this is so crazy, right? So all your white shirts are together, all the black, all the pink, all the patterns. Then it's very easy to look at your wardrobe, and it's also really easy to see where you're tripping out. So the closet that I cleaned yesterday, which that client is so fabulous, she's adorable. Her closet was so not merchandised. I left it merchandised for her. I was like, I'm going crazy. But because nothing was in order, she had like a black t-shirt here, a black t-shirt here, a couple here. And once we put them all together, she legit had like 20, maybe more, plain black t-shirts. Because they weren't organized, she didn't know that she had all of those. So once everything's organized, you can see where you're tripping and see what pieces are going to be easier to get rid of, like how many striped shirts does a girl need? Okay, she doesn't need 12. And then after everything's cleansed and it's put back in the same place, it's easier for you to see what you have, and it's easier to put together outfits. So a lot of times we shop and shop and shop, compulsively adding things to our closet. It's because we literally don't know what we already have. So if things are clean and organized and merchandised, we have a better shot at getting a killer outfit and not overspending and buying crap that we don't need, or holding on to funky, ugly, stinky stuff, like your pit-stained shirts. Please peace out. The pit-stained shirts. Okay, let me see if there's anything else that I wanted to teach you in this little like mini live lesson. I'll just give you like a general closet tip in general. My rule of thumb is if you can't see it, you won't wear it, okay? So once you're cleaning out this closet, like a lot of people find things that they forgot that they had, or it was stuffed in a drawer, they weren't getting good use out of it, and they really actually do like it. So my rule of thumb is, you have to see it. I happen to turn, what is this? 12-step closet purge detox. I love it. I'm just reading the little comments. You guys are fantastic. If you can't see it, you're not going to wear it. So I know that about myself, and I know not everyone has the luxury of doing this, but I turn my spare bedroom into a closet. And then I also have my makeup table in there. It's like my little zen, chill Lauren room. But I have all of my shoes exposed on a shelf, and all of the racks are out. And because I know myself, I hang up my t-shirts, because if I put them in a drawer, I know full well I'm never going to open that drawer, or if I do, I'm only going to grab for that shirt that's at the top of my mind. So I like to see everything. I set all of my jewelry out. You can use jewelry as kind of like a decor accent, hang it on the wall, get cute little bust forms for your necklaces. But this is going to help you really enjoy your closet. And if you see everything and enjoy it, you won't have the need to shop so much, and you won't have the need to do cleanses so often. I recommend doing cleanses at least twice a year. I prefer to do them every quarter, every season, just to keep things nice and fresh and moving in and out. Consigning things are a fantastic option if you have contemporary or high-end items. I set up a separate bank account for all of my consignment money, so I can be like, woo, look at me making money off of my closet cleanse. So it makes it feel a lot more rewarding when you're actually getting some dollars for parting with stuff. And my final thing that I'll leave you with before we get off of here, because it's the middle of the day, I'm sure you're supposed to be at work. I probably should too. Who needs work? My final piece of advice is it's just clothes. I love fashion, I love clothing, obviously, or I wouldn't do what I do for a living. But getting rid of one piece, although it feels like you're getting rid of a piece of yourself, you're really not. You're getting rid of a garment, and there's another garment coming right behind it. There's a new season, there's a new trend. You're going to be a different person in 6 months, a year. Everything's going to change. So that just let's let go of attachment. I promise you're not going to cry, and your life isn't going to end if you get rid of a sweater that you wish you kept. Have an abundance mindset. You can get another sweater. I promise. They sell them everywhere. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me live. We're going to do a lot more of these. In fact, there's another one coming up next week where the topic will be style therapy. So we're going to work on getting inside your crazy head and why you make the fashion choices that you do. So I will see you guys next week. Bye.